It's not very windy, thank goodness. And today is a beautiful day. It's a great day, and life is good. I'm out here walking the dogs, and sometimes we are grateful for the small things. It's just telling me that here we are live. Sometimes we're grateful for the small things because they remind us that with those small things being possible, we're going to get to do bigger things. So many of you know that back in August, I had an injury that caused some problems, and I want you to know this. As I've been processing through this healing cycle, it's getting better. It's January. I'm still not where I belong. And I want to mention this part. So I know that the pain in my foot that is pretty much always there is not coming from my foot. It's coming from the damage that happened at the back of my head. I know that because I have that pain, but I also have a different pain in my other leg. So that's a bilateral injury. What that tells me is that something along my midline has shifted. And so I know that I need to, have that realigned. So I've got an appointment for tomorrow to go see a concussion specialist who I hope will be able to help us work through this. And I'm going to bring in some information and some of the things that I think are going on. And for those of you who, sometimes we see these lame animals and we think as veterinarians, oh, it's got to be in the foot, because lameness for veterinarians always starts in the foot, in the horse, works its way up. This didn't start in my foot, it started in my head. And so I know that chiropractic adjustment can, because it has, relieved the pain in my foot, relieved the lameness in my back end, my hind legs. If I were one of the dogs and I had a hind end lameness, I personally, as an animal chiropractor, would start by addressing that atlas occiput. I would start by looking for subluxations. I would check to make sure it's unilateral or bilateral, and then I would address that atlas and occiput, because that's where everything starts. That's where all the information, all the guidance, what's going on in the body gets managed. It's the switchboard, guys. And so today I'm doing great because I got to walk the dogs. Now, there are days when my foot is so sore I can't walk the dogs, and I have to have someone else do it for me. And on those days, I feel like I'm a burden to my community, my local family thing. But they don't feel that way. And one of the things that we have to realize is that none of us are here alone. We're all here as a community, as a group, as animal chiropractors. When animal chiropractors are successful, then they can all be more successful. And our goal for 2026, some of you may be following us on Instagram and Facebook and maybe LinkedIn. I would recommend you do. Our goal for 2026 is to help animal chiropractic as a profession become more sustainable, have a better foundation, and to build jobs. So while many schools teach animal chiropractic technique training, here at A.C.E.S, our goal has always been to help doctors create successful practices. And the next step in that is to help them begin to create jobs for other animal chiropractors. The only way for them to do that is to learn some ways to manage their practice so that those jobs are sustainable, so that they can hire doctors and keep them, so that they can hire the best doctors and keep them, so that everybody is making the money, the income that they need. I talk about this all the time, that I have people who work for me here at the ranch, and one of the things I remember often, and my husband reminded me of it this morning, is that there's some things that we've designated for them to do, and the reason that it's designated for them is so that they can put a roof over their heads, feed their kids, pay their bills. And that, my friends, is what I mean when I say that animal chiropractic helps a community become healthier, wealthier, and wiser. If you're a veterinarian or a chiropractor and you would like to be among that group who helps a community become healthier, wealthier, and wiser, find us today at animalchiropracticeducation.com.